Alright, this is a guide to fix this freezing on SOCOM ever since they did that 1.6 patch. Everybody knows that the guys that made this game fucked it up real bad with this most recent patch. Everybody's freezing, everybody's pissed off, and they won't tell us how to fix it, and they're not going to tell us if they're going to fix it. So I've been playing around with my router, doing a bunch of crap to see if I can get rid of all this freezing, and I've done some stuff that's actually made my freezing go away completely. I don't know if it'll work for you guys, but I'm just throwing this guide out there just in case y'all want to check it out, and maybe some of these solutions will work for you. And just as a disclaimer, if you guys do anything to your routers that like fuck it up real bad, it's not my fault. You don't have to do anything on this video. This is just for people who kind of have an idea what they're doing, and they can try getting rid of their freezing problems on SOCOM. Anyway, let me see here. Oh yeah, first thing you do, make sure you delete everything off your PlayStation 3 that has to do with SOCOM. I'm talking about all your save data, all your game data, even if you got Cold Front on there, get rid of all of it. And when I say your save data, I mean on every single account, not just on your main account, because I know damn near everybody on PlayStation's got like 6 accounts. So every single account, go on there, log on it, delete all your SOCOM save data, and then start over, reinstall everything. It'll help a lot, trust me. And then, on to the stuff that's actually tricky. We're going to talk about putting your PlayStation 3 into DMZ, or Demilitarized Zone. Actually, let me turn on my PlayStation. That'll really help. First thing you do, let me get... Alright, yeah, here we go. Okay, let's see here. First thing you want to do is you want to bring up your router, or not your router, your browser. And up here, you're going to enter in a little code. Not a code, but your default IP address. And it depends on what router brand you have. Like for Linksys, it's 192.168.1.1. And after you do that, you push enter. And then, oh wow. Well, usually what happens is a little thing pops up, and it'll say, "Hey, you need to enter in a password." And most of the times, the password's admin. So if you ever come to that problem, just type in admin, and you'll be good to go. Anyway, now what I want you to do here, when you first get into your router, it's going to be setup, basic setup for most people. What I want you to look at is this thing right there. You see how that says starting IP address? Make sure that starts at 100, because when we're putting your PlayStation into DMZ, we do not want your PC to go into DMZ, because that'd be very bad. You'd get lots of viruses. Anyway, make sure that's at 100, because we're going to set your static IP address for your PlayStation 3 to like 192.168.1.99. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the PlayStation. Oh boy. And we're going to go over here and hope that I'm still on the screen. And we're going to go all the way to network settings and internet connection settings. Yeah. We're going to go to custom. And then depending on whether you have wired or wireless, you pick that. I always have wired. Then I go auto detect, because I don't know what that means. Then I go to manual, and now what we're going to do here is these numbers. The first one's your IP address. That's the one you have to assign a static IP address to. Static means it's never going to change. It doesn't. You enter it in. Now for mine, since my starting IP starts at 100, you see that right there? I want that to be lower than 100. That way, my PC never goes into DMZ. Now what you do is I just put 99 because it's one lower, it's easy to remember. Got to make sure you remember this number though. It's going to be the same as your default IP address, except this number is going to be different because that's the number you're changing. And then your subnet mask, that's almost always that. Your default router is just the same number you put in to get into your router settings. And the DNS stuff, I don't really know. I just put in 2 random numbers and I got a faster internet speed. Anyway, MTU, don't know what that means. Proxy server, I don't use that. If you have this option, enable it. It's good for your gaming. And then you have all this crap, and you're good to go. Yeah, test your connection. We can do that later. Make sure you remember that number that you put in there. I'd keep all the numbers the same. Yeah, keep all the numbers the same except for that last number, and you'll be good to go. I'll show you why in a little bit. Now, what we're going to do, because we put it into DMZ, is we're going to go to Applications and Gaming. We're going to go to DMZ, and you see this right here? It says DMZ host IP address. You see that right there? That is going to be the same exact number that you just entered in as your IP address on your PlayStation. Alright? Every single bit of it. And see how this part doesn't change? It's not supposed to. That part's going to be the same exact thing on your PlayStation and your router. This is the part you got to worry about. Make sure that's lower than that fucking starting IP address that I showed you in the beginning. Trust me, that has to be lower. Anyway, I use 99. It works just fine. Hit enable, save settings, all that crap. That's really all there is to put in a DMZ. And now we're going to do the... Looking at my guide here. Oh yeah, this part. Basic wireless settings, basic route, because the 802.11b setting the Bluetooth. Anyway, what that means is that the Bluetooth and your router interfere with each other because they have two different signals. You don't really need to know all the technical crap behind that. You can read my guide on SOCOM.com if you really want to know. It's more in-depth. But anyway, we're going to go to wireless. And then you see these options right here? Wireless network mode. Look at that right there. Look at that puppy. Most people, it's on that right there, mixed. That is bad. We do not want mixed. And we don't want B only. B is bad. Yeah, B stands for bad. We want this to be G only. Some of you guys are going to have N routers. You can do N only or N plus only. Just get it off of that fucking B. Or that mixed. We don't want those. And after you do that, save settings and la-da-da. Good to go.